Today, I'm ranking every restaurant in Disney's Animal Kingdom, from quick service to character dining, signature restaurants, and more. I'm putting Animal Kingdom's 10 restaurants head to head to help you decide where to eat when visiting. With 4 table service restaurants and 6 quick service restaurants, Animal Kingdom has my favorite food out of all of the Disney World parks. There are some real highlights when it comes to these restaurants, offering some super unique theme park food. But of course, there's some restaurants you're gonna wanna avoid as well. So kicking things off with a restaurant you're certainly gonna wanna skip, we're at Pizzafari, which, to probably no surprise, is coming in last place. Pizzafari is a quick service restaurant that is stuck in 90s Disney, both in theming and the menu, with one small exception. The decor in this restaurant has not changed one bit since I was a kid coming here yearly on vacation, which on one hand I very much appreciate. It's one of the last pieces of the park that truly brings back childhood memories because for some reason we would always eat here. Granted, this was far before a lot of the restaurants towards the top of this list existed, so Mom, I forgive you for subjecting me to Pizzafari all those years. But the second I step foot inside this restaurant and smell that Chuck E. Cheese-like cardboard pizza scent, I am reminded why I no longer eat here. And you can't tell me this scent isn't so distinct. Okay, I'm getting off track, but out of all of the restaurants in Animal Kingdom, they serve the most basic of foods here. Think frozen pizzas, TV dinner pastas, and Bluey food. Yeah, for some reason, when they decided to bring Bluey to Animal Kingdom, they put the themed food here, which is honestly the only saving grace. I think the fairy bread cake is quite good, and they also have 2 Bluey slushies. But maybe I'm just a sucker for a new themed snack. So other than stopping for one of the Bluey foods, or I guess if you're a super picky eater, I would not recommend eating here. It is the only place to get pizza in the park, but this pizza really is so bad. I really wish they would overhaul this menu and bring in some good pizza. I think it's time we part with the frozen DiGiorno's. And it's not like this kitchen can't handle making a good pizza. Pizzafari used to make the specialty pizzas they served at Terra Treats before they switched to serving ice cream. We deserve good pizza made with care in Animal Kingdom, and Pizzafari is not that. Number 9 takes us to a restaurant located just outside the gates of Animal Kingdom. You actually don't need a park ticket to dine here. I'm talking about the Rainforest Cafe. As someone who has actually been to the Galveston, Texas Rainforest Cafe location that has a ride inside of the restaurant, it pains me to put this one so low. Now, the Rainforest Cafe is a dying chain, with now just 15 locations around the world, 2 being at Disney World. There is a Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs, which is hard to miss with the giant volcano, and as I said, there's also a Rainforest Cafe just outside of Animal Kingdom. Over the years, these restaurants haven't been maintained well, and after about the 10th thunderstorm, it starts to get real old. The animatronics are super outdated, and the menu is overpriced for the quality of food, but it's got that fun, kitschy kind of vibe. Some of the appetizers, like the chimichachas and the nachos, are okay, but I would never seek out dining here. While the theming can be cool for children, I'd argue that they'd probably enjoy character dining inside the park a little more. And there's also a likely chance that you'll find a Rainforest Cafe at another tourist destination you'll visit. So I wouldn't waste my time here when there is far better food and better themed restaurants just inside the park. Next up is one that may come as a surprise. Number 8 is the Harambe Market. Now, if you asked me a few years ago, the Harambe Market wouldn't be so far down on the list. I love the entire area dedicated to this restaurant. It was designed to feel like an open-air African marketplace, which I don't know about you, but the vibe doesn't give off cheeseburgers. It ranks so low because of what this restaurant used to be. Previously, the Harambe Market served these delicious rice bowls, as well as some other African-inspired dishes. Over the years, they've removed these offerings from the menu, and when Restaurantosaurus closed with Dino Land, They've kind of taken over their menu featuring burgers and chicken tenders. So they've replaced all of their unique dishes with ones you could pretty much find anywhere. Of course, there needs to be a restaurant in the park that serves this type of food, but I just don't understand why that had to come at the cost of losing so many dishes, or why they had to be served at the Harambe Market. Now, I know a lot of you may share the same sentiments, and I think Disney has heard some of these complaints because they added a new Tanzanian meat pie to the menu, which sounds really good, and I still have to try, but it's just not enough to move the Harambe Market any higher on this list. An incredibly basic menu paired with extremely hot outdoor seating is not ideal, and the Harambe Market is no longer somewhere I'd recommend dining. So we're on to number 7, which is the Smiling Crocodile. The Smiling Crocodile is a quick service food stand located right in the center of the park. Over the years, they have seen quite a few different menus. Most recently, they were serving tacos, nachos, and other Mexican-inspired food, but recently they've changed things up on us to serve arepas. If I'm guessing, this is in preparation for the Tropical Americas land that will soon be coming to Animal Kingdom. The menu at Smiling Crocodile is very small, with just 2 offerings, a pulled chicken and cheese arepa and a pulled pork and cheese arepa. They also have one specialty beverage, which is quite tasty. Now, these arepas are good, but they're the same arepas that have now been served in every Disney World park, just with different fillings. They were first introduced in Epcot as part of the World Celebration opening. They were served in Hollywood Studios for Jollywood Nights this past year, and you can currently find them in Magic Kingdom at the Beacon Barrel. The ones here in Animal Kingdom are probably better than all of those locations, mainly due to the filling. They tend to be loaded with meat, and both the avocado dressing and salsa verde add a ton of flavor. They are a pretty good savory snack to grab and walk around the park with, but due to the extremely limited menu and the fact that these are a repeat item, the Smiling Crocodile ranks 7th. Number 6, Yak Yeti local food cafes. There are 2 Yak Yeti restaurants in Animal Kingdom. This one serving quick service food, and the other a table service dining experience, which we'll get to a lot later. Located in the Asia section of the park, this restaurant is serving Asian-inspired food with an impressively large menu. On it, you'll find things like honey sesame chicken, firecracker shrimp, a Korean fried chicken sandwich, egg rolls, pot stickers, fried rice, and more. I will say, none of the food here is bad, it's just way better inside. For example, the honey sesame chicken, you can find something very similar inside at the table service restaurant, except it's a lot fresher, made to order, and a way bigger portion for less than $10 more. Same with the Korean fried chicken sandwich. You can find a Korean fried chicken appetizer inside for less than $2 more. The portion is far bigger, the chicken way crispier, and it's actually one of my favorite apps on the menu. I understand people may want to grab food a little faster and may not want to sit down for a meal, which in that case, this'll do the trick. And I think if this quick service restaurant were located in any other Disney World park, it would probably rank a lot higher. But there is so much competition in Animal Kingdom, and since I'd rather dine inside any day of the week, I've put it at number 6. Right in the middle of the pack at number 5 is Tusker House. Tusker House is a character buffet in Africa located right next to the Festival of the Lion King. Here, you'll meet Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. I always find this buffet to be less crowded than others, especially for dinner. So if you or someone you're with loves characters, this is a great option because you can get more time with the characters than you do at most other buffets. I think last time I dined here, each character came around at least 3 times. Since this is a character buffet, the prices can be a bit high. For breakfast, the cost is $52 per adult and $35 per child, and for lunch and dinner, the cost is $64 per adult and $42 per child. Usually, when it comes to a character meal, you end up paying a lot of money to meet the characters, and you're left with food that is mediocre at best. I feel like that's not totally the case here, though. The food is a bit slept on. Food-wise, you can expect a lot of African and Indian dishes with a few classic Disney buffet favorites mixed in. I remember really enjoying the shrimp curry and the mac and cheese here. The breakfast is also quite good. I'd consider this food to be just a step below Boma. Boma is a super popular African buffet located in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. The food is always fantastic and they have a very unique spread. Tusker House is very similar but just more expensive because of the characters. So, if you're wanting to dine at Boma, but you don't feel like leaving Animal Kingdom to go over to the Animal Kingdom Lodge, or you wish Boma was a character buffet, Tusker House is a great option. For number 4, we are back to another quick service restaurant in Flame Tree Barbecue. Now we're getting into some of my go-to restaurants, and as someone who generally doesn't love barbecue food, the fact that this ranks so high is a huge compliment. So, if you couldn't guess from the name, yeah, Flame Tree is serving up barbecue food. You'll find a variety of different smoked meats and sides, including smoked chicken, pulled pork, ribs, or a sampler of all three. On the side, you can find coleslaw, baked beans, broccoli salad, and cornbread. But there are two main highlights on this menu for me: the pulled pork loaded fries and the pulled pork loaded mac and cheese. If I'm eating at Flame Tree, there's a good chance I'm ordering one of those two dishes. The fries come loaded with pork and cheese and are the perfect snack, where the loaded mac and cheese comes with pulled pork, slaw, and onions and is great when you're a little hungrier. This isn't just your regular old Disney quick service mac and cheese though. This is the good stuff and would be good on its own without all the toppings. And same with the barbecue. This isn't your typical overly saucy quick service pulled pork. It actually tastes fresh. All the meats have a great smoky flavor. I know they used to smoke the meats in-house, but I'm not sure if they do anymore. I'm pretty skeptical since they've cut so many great things from this menu. They used to have a lineup of different handmade barbecue sauces. Now they just give you Heinz. They used to have jalapeno cornbread. Now it's just regular cornbread. They used to have the most delicious onion rings. Those are no longer. So there have been a lot of things cut from the menu, but Flame Tree still remains a top option. While enjoying your food, the only seating options are outside, but some of the tables offer great views. Just watch out for the birds. They are everywhere here. And since it's not ideal to eat barbecue outside in 100+ degree heat in the summer, you can grab one of their seasonal pies on a stick to cool off. My favorite is the frozen key lime pie they have during the summer. Number 3, Tiffins. Tiffins is the only signature dining restaurant in Animal Kingdom, and you may expect it to take the number 1 spot, but believe it or not, I think there are better restaurants in the park. The restaurant is beautiful inside, and as a Disney history fan, I love all the photos, sketches, and decor on the walls that pay tribute to the Imagineers who built Animal Kingdom. Taking inspiration from Latin, African, and Asian cuisine, here you can find some unique food that may not be for everyone. The most popular appetizer on the menu is hands down the bread service. 3 different breads, including Brazilian cheese bread, paratha, and my favorite, a Thai curry milk bread, are each served with a spread to complement it. When it comes to entrees, the highlight is definitely the whole fried catch of the day. I was super hesitant ordering this because while I love seafood, I had never ordered a whole fish, but I'm glad I did because it was delicious. It's prepared perfectly and so flaky. It didn't even need the curry sauces as it had plenty of flavor on its own. And while the fish might be the standout, my personal favorite thing to order here is the $42 Tiffins signature burger from their lunch menu. The burger is incredibly juicy and rich, one of my favorite burgers at Disney World. Don't let the price scare you, as that $42 does include a non-alcoholic drink and your choice of dessert. But if you did want to go all out, for an additional $15, you can add a truffle experience to your burger, with fresh shaved truffles, truffle aioli, and truffle cheese. As a truffle lover, I think this is worth doing at least once, despite it being a whopping $57. Whatever you order here is bound to be well crafted and expertly prepared, but it's not often I want a fancy meal like this in a theme park, so it's sticking at number 3. Just beating out Tiffins in the number 2 spot, we have Satu'li Canteen. Satu'li Canteen is the quick service restaurant located in Pandora, And while it may be serving fast casual food, the food here tastes far better than the food at any other quick service restaurant in a Disney World park. The day at Satu'li starts with breakfast, where they have a breakfast menu that is on the newer side, and breakfast at Satu'li is not to be slept on. Whether you order the chorizo and potato hash, the frittata with beef, or the cinnamon French toast, you're bound to enjoy. They also have a tropical fruit yogurt bowl, which wasn't my favorite, but it's perfect if you're trying to eat healthy. And speaking of healthy, they have a lot of healthy options on their lunch and dinner menu as well. Kind of like Chipotle, they have a create-your-own bowl situation with different proteins, bases, and sauces to choose from. I like getting the beef bowl with rice and beans and the charred onion sauce, but you really can't go wrong with any of the options. They also have a newer tuna bowl, which may sound sketchy to be ordering from a quick service restaurant in a theme park, but trust me, it's so good. But if you aren't in the mood for a bowl, they have the famous cheeseburger pods, which I feel like are a rite of passage when it comes to Animal Kingdom dining. But the sleeper hit for me is the kids' hot dog. It's wrapped in a sweet bun, and it's so good. All of their kids' meals are great, as are their desserts and drinks, especially the specialty ube cold brew. As you can see, I've tried everything on this menu, and everything is really good. So if you're looking for a quick meal in Animal Kingdom, Satu'li Canteen is your spot. And there really isn't any competition for the #1 restaurant in Animal Kingdom. It's Yak Yeti. Now, we touched on Yak Yeti earlier, specifically their quick service location, but now we're talking the table service restaurant, which I feel like a lot of people somehow still don't know exists. Or they do know it exists and they're just skipping over it, which is a total rookie mistake. First of all, I'm a big fan of taking a break during a long theme park day, so a sit-down meal is always a priority for me, especially in Animal Kingdom, which I find to be the hottest park by far. If you log into the My Disney Experience app, you may notice it's quite hard to find a reservation here. Well, that would be because they save a lot of their reservations for members of the Landry's Select Club. I've talked about Landry's a ton on this channel, and once again, I swear this is not sponsored. I just really think everyone that might want to dine at Yak Yeti should totally have a Landry's card. With this card, you get priority seating, meaning you don't need a reservation and can just walk up anytime and be seated within minutes. Usually it's less than a 10-minute wait for a table, even if the park is extremely busy. It is so nice not having to worry about a reservation and just being able to walk up and eat whenever you'd like. And if you'd like to just walk up for a drink, you can do that here as well. They have a bar where you can order any of their craft cocktails to go to take with you on your stroll around the park. But I highly recommend grabbing a seat and staying a while if there's a spot available, because you can order from their secret menu. Just ask the bartender or scan the QR code to take you to the Forbidden Libations, where you'll find a list of bar-exclusive food and drinks. These drinks are always so impressive and rotate seasonally, so if you see something you're interested in, make sure to order it because it may not be around for your next visit. Okay, we talked about Landry's and the secret menu, but the real reason you're going to want to dine here is because all of the food is fantastic. It is mostly Asian inspired, and just like with the secret menu, they rotate a seasonal menu out often, so there's always something new to enjoy. But my favorites are the classics. The wonton soup is a hit, the Korean fried chicken is perfect for sharing, and the ahi tuna nachos are not to be missed. These nachos are actually what got me to eat raw fish for the first time, and I haven't looked back. Pro tip, just make sure you order the chips on the side, it makes for way easier eating. For my entree, I usually try something new and I haven't gone wrong yet, but one thing I order every time I visit are the garlic noodles. Think super savory and salty lo mein with just a ton of garlic. And the desserts are great too. The classic pineapple wontons and the new butter cake, so good. Yak Yeti truly has the whole package. Great service, great food, great drinks, and they're always keeping things fresh. Well, that's my ranking of every restaurant in Animal Kingdom, but I want to hear from you guys. Drop me a comment down below letting me know whether you agree or disagree with my list. I feel like I have some hot takes in there, so I'm curious. But I really hope this video helps you plan where you're gonna eat in Animal Kingdom. And no matter where you end up, you're bound to have some great food because Animal Kingdom has the best food. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. If you want to see more honest Disney food videos just like this one, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.